Welcome back, boys and girls. So finally you did everything right, or you just got lucky and you got the nice deal down. But you have to make sure this is really good to eat. In fact, if you do it right, it's better than chicken, pork, or beef. And unlike the commercial meat, it doesn't come with antibiotics, hormones, or other carcinogenics. What makes the meat gamey comes from the blood. So you want to make sure it bleeds a lot. So first thing is you have to make the perfect shot placement. So you want to make sure you hit both lungs or heart. That's the best way. You'll be aiming right behind the shoulder, and that's a perfect shot. It was a perfect heart shot. Worst scenario is having a gut shot because you're gonna have a gut contamination into your meat and it's gonna make it stink and you're gonna have a bacteria growing in there. Also, you don't wanna go for the head shot or the neck shot because it doesn't cause any bleeding. And for me, copper bullet seems to do the best job because it doesn't come apart, but it really grinds up the inside organs. And every time I field dress it, you see a bunch of blood filled up into the thorax cavity and it just pours out, so you know that you bled it really good. Secondly, what makes the meat taste gamey is from the heat. So when you shoot a deer, it is custom to wait about 30 minutes till it expires. But if you see a deer dropping inside and you see them stretching their leg and you know it expired, you really don't have to wait 30 minutes. Matt. Oh my god, she dropped on the track. Oh, she didn't even take a single step. Whew. 450 Bushmaster. I am happy. I don't know if you can see her now. Oh, she's already expired. She's done. Matt. If your hunt is over, get down the tree stand and field dress it as soon as possible and get that guts out so that it will cool off. And you also want to put a piece of stick, open the cage and put a piece of stick in there so that you're going to have the cold air going inside and then cool off the meat really fast. That really helps a lot. That's what I was aiming for. This is what I carry, a foldable nice hunting knife with a serrated blade, so I could actually open up the ribs with this. And a gut hook. Also, when you field dress a deer, you have to make sure you don't pop their guts or stomach or their bladder because that could be the worst thing. And when you cut the large intestine out, make sure you hold it close by the anus and hold it so that you're not going to have any feces, droppings fall off inside the cavity. Hold it and then cut it and just pull it out. That way you won't have any feces inside. I have a video of how to field dress a deer in 3 minutes, so if you need to go back and look at it, be my guest. When the hunt is over, don't waste your time in the woods. Just go home, process the deer, and put it in the refrigerator, and you could age it for 7 to 10 days, or even long as 15 days, and that's the best way to do it. I just get a rope, tie around the neck, hook it up to the pulley, and there it goes. And then I put it right into my refrigerator. When any animal dies, first 24 hours, you're going to have muscle rigidity, so you don't want to freeze the meat in first 24 hours because you're going to have that tough meat. And then the rigidity starts release after 48 hours. So if you want to freeze it really quickly, you should still wait 48 hours. If not, I would say age it in the refrigerator between 7 to 15 days. That's not only going to release the muscle so you'll be much more tender, but also it's going to drain a lot of blood out. So you want to have that gamey taste. And I usually do it between 10 to 15 days and it comes out really good. I like to process and butcher my own venison because I want to make sure I get all the good parts. Now, if I see any like bloody parts or bruised part, I just cut it and throw it away because it's not worth trying to save that little piece of meat and ruin the whole batch. Now, after you ate it, you're going to see some blood on it. So just kind of wipe it out with a paper towel. Now, you're going to see some blood on it. Now, this is the time that you want to remove it. And just be generous when you're moving stuff because it's not worth to ruin a really good meal by trying to save a little bit of meat. Again, cut the end piece out and use it as a grind meat. And again, about 1 inch thickness is just the best way to go. As I mentioned before, venison is a lot safer than eating any commercial meat that includes beef, pork, or chicken. Also, it's a very high quality meat, meaning it's got low fat and high protein. Now that means it's a lean meat. So you don't want to overcook it because it gets tougher. It doesn't have fats inside like pork or beef or chicken. So you want to make it medium rare, and it's safe, and it's juicy, and it is the best way to eat it. If you cook the venison steak just right, it's not just juicy, but it's actually sweet. A lot of people tell me, why does meat taste sweet? And I didn't add anything to it. First step is leaving the steak in the strainer for about 5 to 7 days. Steak is best at medium rare, so now we're gonna take it out and let it rest. Really, really good. Ooh. Can you see that? Perfectly cooked. Put some of the steak sauce there. Wow. Venison makes great patty, but we mix it with about 20 to 30% organic beef. When you eat burger patty, you want to cook it well. You don't want to have like medium rare because it's a safety issue. So, but if you cook well with just pure venison or elk meat, it tends to be dry. So we mix it with some beef just to make it moist. Cook it at a low heat. Make sure everything's cooked really well. They are fully cooked. We topped it off with cheese. All right, here we go. Now this is a one fat burger. Yeah, this is really good. As all you know, my primary reason for hunting is getting a great meat. So I could talk about it all day, but you could find some of my recipes in my channel. And lastly, like always, thank God for what you have, enjoy your life with what you got, but mostly remember, hunting season is right around the corner, so be safe and enjoy God's country. See you.